Hey everybody, this is Ross Payne with Roleplay Mobile Radio. We're playing the Rocky and Bullwinkle role-playing game.
That's right, Mr. Peabody.
Quiet, you.
Oh God, we're already getting into it.
We have the hand puppets already. So
This is amazing.
Hear them crinkle.
hear them crinkle.
You know, I think we have to mention who wrote this.
This is a real game from Tactical Studies Rules, i.e. TSR, back in 1988.
Copyright 1988.
Yes.
Award.
This is written by some of the finest minds of that, including Dave Zeb Cook. And then Warren Spector, who later made Deus Ex, the video game. So you can kind of see the influence in this game.
Warren Spector.
Yes, Warren Spector.
Deus Ex. Warren
Yes,
Spector.
the very same.
He didn't ask for
I
it.
think you will
Look
see
at the
some,
high quality.
I think if you replay Deus Ex, you will see some sly nods to this game.
Look at the high quality everything out of the box.
The hand puppet show.
That man has touched this entire game. So
Yes.
just run with it.
So we're going to jump into the Everyone Can Do Something game, which is the full-blown game. There are 3 games of it. The narration game, the Everybody Can Do Something game, and then there's the advanced game, which is just making a character. So,
we're not ready for that.
no, we need to work with the rich,
Well, but before you try to make
rich
your own
canon
character
of
with
Rocky
this,
and Bullwinkle.
pre-gen-
Rocky and Bullwinkle,
pre-gen-
for those of you who are not familiar with this cartoon,
Go ask Uncle Google.
go ask Uncle Google. Just to give you a brief recap,
You
it was
savages.
on the air from
Google
1959 to 1964. It was actually the animation was outsourced to a Mexican animation studio.
That explains a lot.
It does explain a lot. It was actually very popular with not only children but adults as well, because there was a lot of
Literate humor.
very literate humor. Just watching some of the clips on YouTube recently, they have a very large vocabulary in some of those. They mention things like beryllium and cogitation and things.
Quite
you know,
provoking.
It is something.
it's almost like a radio play with terrible animation. Yeah.
You work cogitation into a
It mostly follows Bullwinkle the Moose and Rocky the Squirrel as they, the fictional country Pennsylvania tries to send their agents Boris Badenoff and the top, led by fearless leader, to do bad things. So first off, everyone has a character.
Have you found your muse yet, Sean?
Let's see here.
Alas, poor Bullwinkle.
And this is actually a very indie kind of storytelling game because
moose of
narration,
infinite jest.
the role narrator will start with me, but it will vary. Like everyone will take a turn being narrator. So
Tune in for our next installment.
exactly.
You're sounding like a bad radio host.
Everyone picks a character. We'll
Hey,
just go
this
left
is
to
Ross
right.
Payne from Role Playing
Yeah,
Public
I
Radio.
am playing right now the narrator. I'm also playing Boris Badenoff. I am master of disguise, and I kill moose and squirrel.
But you suck at your job.
Do not. Fearless leader, please, do not shoot me. Do not send me to the work camp.
Hey, Bullwinkle, I think they're plotting against us.
It's like, I have one word for you.
Yeah.
Just like the
Siberia.
Simpsons.
No, I didn't know we annexed it in our fictional country, Pennsylvania.
A very astute observation, Mr. Bullwinkle.
So, Sean,
This is going plenty of places fast.
Hi, I'm Sean. I'll be playing Rocky J. Squirrel. Hokey Smokes. That's what
Okay, right, by the way, Sean, I'm getting kind of a flame on.
No,
that's
technically,
character.
the original character was voiced by a woman.
Yeah.
watch the
There's a little
cartoon,
bit of a
Tom.
different.
I did when I was like 8.
Okay.
Tom, there are
research.
anthropomorphic animals you would love.
So,
Anyways, next up, Aaron.
I've seen it.
So, Mr. Aaron Gostin will be voicing Mr. Peabody, the unflappable, dog of many educational doctorates, and his young ward, Sherman. That's right, Mr. Peabody. Quiet, you. So why do I even have you around? Because
It's an abusive relationship.
the state pays you an
He takes it back in time to meet
So Aaron has an
workers.
abusive relationship with his own character. Oh,
Yeah.
I can't flip you off in gloves.
I know.
It's a family game.
It's like he's being held back.
Hi, this is Tom. I will be playing Fearless Leader.
Yes, he's going to take an unusually active role.
Tom found a German character.
Not-
Oh man.
Well, actually, Pennsylvania is kind of a hybrid of Nazi Germany and Soviet Russia.
It's like please note my ludicrous scar and my obvious limp.
And his Iron Cross.
And it's
just
monocle.
Yeah.
Bad conduct. It's labeled bad conduct driven. So.
It's basically the other in Cold War era.
Right.
Next up, Melissa.
Yes, and I will be playing Natalia Fatale, who wants to kill moose more than anything else.
and squirrel.
It just says kill moose.
Kill moose.
The moose is central.
The squirrel is adorable.
The squirrel is a double agent.
Wow.
Well, hey everybody, this is Bill. I'll be playing Bullwinkle. I might do this the whole night.
Oh, God.
Your voice is going to suffer.
What if it gets
All
stuck
right.
and it becomes permanent?
So, instead of dice, we have spinners.
Yes. It's brilliant, actually. So.
They sound like this.
Yeah.
OMG.
So, yeah. When you spin, basically you have to spin whenever there's a chance of failure. One thing, whenever you're asked to make a spin by the narrator, you can always just choose to fail, especially if it would be funny. Because they actually have the advanced, bad is good, worse is the better. So it's sort of a rule. They kind of, it is a little fiasco-esque in its rules.
I would run that playset.
Yeah. So... yeah, if you look at each character stand, also there are cardboard character stands instead of sheets. On the back of it, you'll have your abilities. So Boris, for example, is Master of Disguises, no spin required to disguise himself as a taxi driver, scientist.
It's usually just a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah. So he can also do hypnosis. No spin for dumb characters like Bullwinkle, but spin to hypnotize smart characters. And then, of course, he's well equipped. He has gadgets and guns and poison, knives, bombs, and disguises, because this is a kid's cartoon in the early 60s. So cigarettes and assassination attempts were all fair.
And vodka.
But it sounds like he's got like a GURPS level complexity. I mean, let's be fair.
One thing is no character can be killed or even seriously injured. That is in the game. So we cannot go full Frank Miller on this.
So it's not GURPS, it's Toon, also from Steve Jackson Games.
Precisely.
Yeah, maybe this was a competitor to...
It could be. I mean, it's definitely got some chutzpah. I mean...
the worst thing the narrator can do to a character is send them out of the scene for a while. How long? Until the narration passes to the next person.
So it's the timeout box.
Yeah, essentially. So you get blown up, you fly away in the air.
You don't stay blown up.
Yeah. So that is the basic thing.
Wilhelm scream.
Oh, that's the wrong IP. We might get sued.
Now, one thing is...
Don't worry, we've given our lawyers
everybody will get...
one peso.
Cards. Now there's a deck of cards that give you little elements you can use to do the game. So
How many things are in this deck of cards?
There are
Perchance many?
Let's see here.
Is it a house of cards?
5 cards to every player.
Oh,
so
Aaron is our dealer.
yeah. So you can. While he's dealing this out, I will continue explaining the rules. Each of those cards contain a story element.
Can you look at them?
Yeah, you can look at them. Yeah, these are your cards. They're basically... the idea of the game is to use these cards. Instead of spinning, you can play a card. Cards succeed automatically whenever they make sense. So, give me 5 cards, too. I mean, I am a player. Yeah. I'm a player, too. Narrators are players, too.
This is so different that we have to treat Ross as a player.
Well, I am the bad guy in the game.
So am I.
Yeah, well...
I'm like the bad guy above the bad
This is
guy.
true.
Oh, we're getting like a measuring
In
contest
fact,
now
on the back of mine, it has a suggestion for useful sayings. The first one is, "Bad enough. This is all your fault."
Basically.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
So, all right. So the basic idea is we continue playing. I will introduce the story and set up the main conflict. Obviously, the good guys will be given a goal, and then the bad guys will try and stop the good guys. And then the idea is you keep playing until when you play your last card and achieve your goal, you've won the game. So when you play your last card, you have to spin to do anything. So you have to spin. You have to succeed on a spin. So that says no. So what would happen is I'd have to discard that card and draw at least one more card. So
and your success is color based on which character on the spinner you are.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you have to go back.
So you got Aaron's got a huge margin of success.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I didn't choose King and Bum.
Power
God
game.
knows.
That is bent.
Yeah.
Oh, do the time travelers succeed? Yeah, sure, why not?
It has been foreseen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's right, Mr. Peabody. We will conquer the world.
Oh, you failed.
It's like, you shall not! That is my job.
let's see here. So then there are rules for competing. Basically, whenever characters do oppose things, you can both spin, and then there is on the back of the guide there are spinner result tables.
Yes, tables. Truly a TSR game.
Yeah.
And tables.
So basically, you can also play a card to beat someone else. So if their card versus power requiring spin, the card wins. Card versus automatic card, power wins. Card versus card, players spin to see what happens. Power versus power, i.e. one of your class abilities. Players both spin to see what happens. That is the...
Okay, so real quick. On the cards, did you already go over... There's an or on a lot of them?
Yeah, that's for saying in the announcer name.
You get to choose which one they are. Like I, for example, I have one card.
Stay tuned for our next adventure.
Let's see here.
Or
Damn it! Okay, I forgot about that.
Danger, explosive moose berries, or do not shake, rattle, and roll. Yeah, exactly.
So you pick one of the.
Well, no, it's the
same
narrator. Thing,
yeah.
So. Because that's the thing they do. They do multiple titles at the end of each segment. So that is a shtick that they do on the thing that we're doing.
So we have to say the second part in the narrative voice, or
yeah,
okay,
both parts.
Without question.
So are there any other questions about this? We will kind of wing it, and we're not making characters, so we don't need the graduate game, the graduate rules for this.
No.
We can make a
Graduates of What's the Matter
that's
You
for
only.
later because this is going to be amazing.
This is going to be amazing. So let's get started.
Not
with the
exactly the word I would choose, but okay.
Obviously,
I'm
your
sorry,
sense
this
of
doesn't live in the grim, dark future that you wanted.
I don't really. I'm a little.
Tom. We'll play the 40K adaptation later.
All right, so
In the
let's get
grim, dark
started. We will
future of
start with
Rocky
the first
Bullwinkle,
story
there
in
is
the
only
stories
moose and
guide, which has a
squirrel.
list of suggestion stories for all the shows.
Fractured fairy tales.
They have some fractured fairy tales.
Those are the best.
However, we're going to just be having a guest star crossover. So the world. Hello, everyone. This is the narrator. The world is in a state of shock in our story so far. Kerbney Blatz and Sir Newton Fogg of the Slick University have discovered moon men. And meanwhile, back in Frostbite Falls, our heroes go about their daily routine, little suspecting how their lives are about to change. While Rocky reads quietly in a corner of the cozy cottage, Bullwinkle makes a batch of Grandma Moose's secret fudge recipe. Innocent enough, until boom! There's a huge explosion, and Bullwinkle's stove is hurled into space with Bullwinkle aboard.
I lose more stoves this way.
Well, something like that just doesn't go unnoticed. And sure enough, the government steps in and makes Bullwinkle director of guided missiles. Unfortunately, half of Grandma's secret and explosive fudge recipe was destroyed in the explosion, and Bullwinkle can't remember it. So with the help of Rocky and Captain Peach Fuzz, he is trying to make a new... Well, instead of Captain Peach Fuzz, it's Peabody and Sherman. They are guest starred, so...
Now, was it 1 tablespoon of nutmeg or 2?
It's like,
Gee, Bullwinkle, I think we need to look this up.
Miss Bullwinkle, I believe you have mistaken the nutmeg for explosive 32X uranium powder.
Everybody knows nutmeg's a sailor solution.
Now we know it's really rocket fuel, but jet fuel formula makes a better title. So, not only that, but 2 of the moon, Gidney and Cloyd, sent on Earth on a secret mission to steal the formula, have run out of their own rocket fuel and needed to go get some more.
I think I've seen this one.
Yeah, they're actually...
Well,
this
now
is
you're in
basically
it.
the plot.
Episode.
And where would any of this be without those notorious spies, Boris Badenoff and Natasha Fatale, who want the formula for their own nefarious sins? And the moose and squirrel disappear along the way, so much the better. So, as we begin, Rocky and Bullwinkle and Peabody and Sherman are at the Slick Observatory, piecing together you are new as a director of guided missiles. You have to figure out the formula. So, what are the 3 of you going to be doing? Or 4 of you, since it is 2 characters.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So,
That means we're both the puppets.
Yeah.
Put it on. Put it on.
Dual wield them, Aaron. Akimbo hand puppets.
Akimbo puppets, so...
You know, if you didn't
You made a
take the
choice.
feat for that, you take -2 on your attacks.
You shut the hell up, Pathfinder boy.
What?
All right.
It's multiple games, not just Pathfinder.
All right. See, now,
Anyways.
back to this brilliant game.
Yeah.
Alright. So we're trying to figure out how to get the rocket
Yes,
out.
of course. Meanwhile, back in Pennsylvania, Fearless Leader is giving a briefing to Boris Badenoff and Natasha Fatale. And what is you've heard this, and you have your two loyal agents there.
Time has never been right. It's never been right to strike a critical blow against our enemies. You know which two enemies I refer to, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, yes, of course.
Let's tell them to me to make sure I know you do not forget.
I will kill Moose.
Oh yes, Moose and Squirrel.
Oh, that's like Natasha. I can always count on you. I can always count on you to remember things.
See,
Boris,
come
you should listen to her.
Oh, of course, Fearless Leader. Whatever you say.
What this now? We know what we know what they are.
Yes, they hated Moose and Squirrel in Slick Observatory, learning, trying to put together formula for jet fuel, but it's really rocket fuel. I'm not really understanding why they do that.
Why is it? All right, part of your mission is to find out why they call them two different things. This is confusing to me. And
Your wisdom is ever enlightening, Fearless Leader.
Good. Then you will go there first. You will eliminate Moose and Squirrel. And when you do this, you will find out also why they are called two different things when they sound very, very similar.
Of course, Fearless Leader. Okay.
And of course, if you do not, I will shoot you.
But Fearless Leader, didn't you say after that last thing where I stole all the money from the capitalists with the safecracking thing, maybe? No?
Did I say that? Did I say that I would give you a reprieve from the shooting?
You did. You said it was a fringe benefit of my employment.
I remember no such thing.
Natasha!
It is okay. I remember this. Yes, this was my prank. This is my June Fool's Day. It is like April Fool's Day, but it's whatever I want it to be.
Oh, of course! Oh, yeah.
And just to ensure, I will be nearby, and be sure.
You're coming with us.
I will be around. And remember, accomplished mission or bang bang.
No need. Moose and Squirrel are sure to get it this time.
Well, that got dark.
No, that's the cartoon. They promised to kill him.
By the way, my thing is monstrously cruel.
Yeah.
That's pretty much my solution to most problems is shoot it or blow it up.
All right.
I always have guns.
So you flip out the girl behind the Girl Scout cookie table routinely. Is that it?
So what you're saying is Tom will be playing the role of Drew in this game?
A little bit of Jason.
Also, yes.
Yeah, so...
You will never see me, but I will be there.
Of course. So meanwhile, back at Slick Observatory, how is this intrepid quartet of heroes going to piece together the formula? What is their first experiment?
Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
Hokey smokes!
Nothing up the sleeve. Presto!
Do you want to play a card?
I'm going to say...
Well, if you don't, I can play a card.
This is a game for mature players only.
Or you can make a spin. Because there's a chance of failure. It could not necessarily be a rabbit.
That's true. It's never a rabbit. I'm going to say, this was for whether it was useful or not.
Okay. Well, it's definitely not
Turns
useful.
out, no.
No.
All right.
What are you doing? What are you doing with that Jackson Pollock painting?
What? No, that's the tablecloth from dinner last night.
Oh!
As much as that priceless piece of artwork would be useful in other merits, Mr. Moose, I believe we would need something more substantial for our Moonmen friends. Maybe under the lines of a radar guidance system for the rocket. One that I should have right here as my in, and as I have the Wolf of Wall Street, I can get automatically build any known devices without a spin.
The what?
Wolf of Wall Street.
The Wolf of Wall Street.
Topical.
Yeah.
Hey!
Mr. Peabody, where'd you get that? That's none of your concern, boy. Go into the corner.
So what does the device do exactly?
So this will allow a perfectly safe trip back up to the moon without any known interruptions. Also, it will intercept. Interested parties and make sure that we know about their presence ahead of time.
Well, Mr. Peabody, that sounds really helpful, and I'm sure we'll need it, but we also need to rebuild that fuel.
So,
and I will play a card. Okay. Well, as you show off as Mr. Pilato shows off the amazing device, and everyone marvels at how they could solve the problem of moon travel, Sir Newton Fogg, chairman of the Society of Eggheads and Double Domes, walks in. Oh, great! I've just ordered that from the Acme factory. Thank you. We'll be taking it for our experiments to find out what happens when you strap a cat to a piece of buttered toast and throw it off a skyscraper.
So if I want to count this,
yes. So as my last actress narrator,
otherwise known as MK Ultra,
the device is taken from you as the scientists are using it for their own experiments. But now the narrator role passes to Sean.
Great.
So give me the hand puppet. Nobody gave me the goddamn Boris hand puppet.
There's Boris.
Salty.
Boris.
Ross is very.
Well, I want to get into the proper role playing of this.
You do. You need the hand puppet in order to really channel Boris.
So we're gonna switch. I can switch gears because we've just got robbed.
They appropriated it.
There's a difference, I'm sure.
Meanwhile, on their way to the observatory.
So, Natasha, what do you think our plan should be this time? I'm thinking I could disguise myself as a hypnosis expert. So
I am liking this plan.
And then I can hypnotize Moose into giving me formula. He will remember it, and then we will show him deck of cards and perhaps something about playing play solitaire with himself. Something. I saw.
We can figure out the details later.
Yes. Very
It will all
easy.
be clear.
Does anybody want to buy Girl Scout cookies?
What?
I am selling them.
Girl Scout. Yes, I would very much like a Girl Scout cookie.
It's like hello, little boy. He wants cookies. All I have is gun. It says, just here to remind you.
Oh, fearless leader. I did not see through your disguise at all. I was just going to ask you if you accepted poison or bombs as payment for cookies. Are those the real cookies?
Look, I do not know. This is mystery that must be. You will find out if cookies are real or not. That is now part of your mission.
Oh, this is getting very.
The list is long.
Mission parameters change at any moment.
Feature creep.
He says, no, says I am just here. I am here to encourage you in mission and remind you of gun.
Parenthetically.
He's like, no pressure, no pressure at all.
Okay. So we're on our
So
way.
you guys are heading in?
Yeah.
So you have a plan?
Yes.
So meanwhile, in the observatory.
Yeah.
What are you guys? What are we doing in the observatory? We just got our invention ganked by Sir Newton Fogg. I'd say that.
So, and we can play the cards for a specific role, right?
Yeah. Whatever makes sense for the story. It's pretty free form.
So, no, I was like, not to worry. Not to worry, my friends. Appropriations by researchers in universities like this are happen all the time. I deal with it with the general bureaucracy of most ones. Luckily enough, I have the contents of Senators Fussman, Bryce, Newt, Prod, and Polk. They will put this into a filibuster bill, and we will be able to receive it and the dice back in 3, 2, 1. Here it is.
Gee, Mr. Peabody, it's really strange to think that the government can be that effective.
So, strangely so. But we need not question issues like that at this time, or risk being called an insurgent.
Topical.
Very topical.
So where's the discard pile? Let me just...
Yes.
Go on.
Inside, yeah.
As that topic is brushed aside, suddenly, this would be
You can play cards there. I'll pass it on to Aaron.
I don't have an appropriate card for this crap.
Or you could say we get there.
I was going to say. Suddenly,
Hello, it is I, Senator, what's his face?
I'm volunteering, by the way. Rocky is answering the door. I do have amazing trust. Rocky isn't dumb, but he has an amazing faith in the goodness of mankind. I am volunteering to fail this.
Allow me to introduce myself. Yes, I am Senator what's his face. I am here, of course, to with my wife.
Beautiful.
Assistant.
Wife? Okay.
Yeah, assistant.
Wife assistant.
Yes.
That's me.
That's a really close working relationship.
Yes.
So close.
It is secret to our success in politics.
Well,
Power couple.
you guys shut up fast as
Like
Peabody said.
biblical.
Come right in.
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
It's all going according to my plan.
Yes, we are here to claim this machine for the purposes of the United States of hated America. I meant America.
I loved America.
Yes, we love this capitalist. We have strong feelings for it.
You sing the anthem now.
Yes, I sing.
Oh, wait, let me get something for you.
I think I should.
I'll be right back.
I think I should spin for that.
Okay. You can get it.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't butcher the anthem.
Yeah, that wasn't a good spin. We're really.
That is a no.
That is a no. Oh, hail America, destroyer of all enemies.
Okay, this
We caught you in a lie, sir.
Rocky
You are the
is
destroyer of Uranus.
Rocky is presenting
What did you just say?
Narrators.
Destroyer of Uranus.
Okay, so-
Did you not see
yeah.
the Space War of 1252? Oh, wait, that's in your future. Never mind that.
All right. What?
Oh, this is actually going to be a character action with this. Rocky
right.
is going to bring hors d'oeuvres because we have guests. You always look after your guests. They're good people. But he grabbed the wrong thing. What, Rocky? What's that on that plate? Look, a brilliant invention, or a hushabomb, the silent explosive.
All right. You played it. Yeah, you played it. Or you played it.
I played it hard, so.
It moves over to that. So the lab explodes. I guess. What happens?
The front.
Yeah.
Join us next time for the next thrilling adventure, the Rocket's Red Glare, or...
What happened to our front door antechamber area? So I've temporarily knocked you out of that.
So,
You're not going to use the machine to solve this.
that's fine. So,
Yeah,
no, previously, on the last intrepid adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle, the nefarious agents, Natasha and Boris, decided to try to steal an intrepid device of the a brilliant scientist, Mr. Peabody, in order to prevent the launch of the rocket and the acquisition of the Moon Men. However, Rocky, in an attempt to pacify the situation, tried to serve some delicious hors d'oeuvres, not realizing that they were actually filled with deadly C4. And Aaron...
Hushabomb.
An errant trip on his end, unusually characteristic of his normal agility, sent the deadly hors d'oeuvres flying, and an explosion filled the room. Well, have our protagonist and antagonist survive this? Well, will we know?
I have a card.
Oh, go ahead, sir.
Personality change. Due to rocks, rays, explosions, etc. Or new moods for old. So, Boris and Natasha are now assistant scientists on the project.
Nice.
Oh, I am wearing lab coat now. So clearly I'm scientist. We should figure out this jet fuel formula.
Yep.
That's an awful lot of hats, Senator.
Oh no, I see a dangerous foreign person looking with the scar.
I am selling.
You don't have master of disguise, right?
No.
Yeah.
It says, I am just selling Girl Scouts niblets. They are delicious.
Were they made from real Girl Scouts?
But of course. Would you expect nothing less?
When can the narrator play any cards?
Anytime. I mean,
Anytime.
look at the card.
Oh, sorry, I'm there. I have to...
it switches over once you do play a card.
Okay.
So yeah, if you want to interrupt, but clearly this is a dangerous saboteur. Other scientists. What was your name again, scientist lady?
I don't know. I think
it was Curie, Ada Lovelace, Einstein, Tesla.
You can call me Tess for short.
Tess, yes, Tess.
I do not trust your niblets.
I do not. I show you my niblets are smoke bomb.
Suddenly,
I always have a bomb.
Of course.
it has the nefarious smoke bomb of the fearless leader fills the room, choking the already brackish air from the previous explosion. A lone figure emerges from the mist. It seems to be the Earth's only first ambassador to the moon, Grenbeam Blance. So,
Earth's ambassador to the moon.
Earth's first ambassador to the moon, or a government bureaucrat. But we're going with it. First ambassador to the moon. He reaches forward right now. Hello, where is the ride to the moon that I was promised? We need to be open relations to the moon men.
Oh, we're still making
Forthwith.
Yes, we're still making... Yes, science is very delicate process. Not unlike strangling man in sleep.
You can't strangle molecules.
I don't know why I went to
I've got
that.
this one under control. Just step up on this platform. Mighty moose muscles.
Okay.
Move boulders, throw footballs incredible distance, hurl Rocky up to jet speeds. So I'm going to throw the ambassador to the moon. Oops, guess I don't know my own strength.
You heard a spin for that?
No, it's no spin.
Well, as
Mighty
narrator, you
moose
could say
muscles
that
are
it would...
working all the time.
Yeah. All right. As narrator, you could say that there could be a chance of failure. Maybe he throws it that high,
So, yeah.
but in the wrong direction.
Well, at
Yes.
this point, it's like, what Bullwinkle forgot to do
Was aim.
Oh, he
Oh, but I make it.
So,
Awesome.
well, you played the card though, so yeah. What?
Yeah, so amazingly enough, using his mighty moose strength, Bullwinkle picks up Ambassador Blance, aims him directly on, and hurls him screaming towards the Sea of Tranquility. Unfortunately, he forgot the air. Pack any next air, so this might be a diplomatic issue. Short trip off a long moon.
All right, narration passes the time.
So what is the current comp?
So right now, we're still scientists. For change of heart, we're still trying to figure out the formula. So, Moose, do you remember the first step of this recipe that was the works as formula? Was there anything unusual required? Because normally sugar and chocolate do not explode unless you put plastic explosive mixed in. I do not know why I think of that. It is odd.
Well, the first thing I remember from Grandma Moose's moose fudge recipe was that we need large quantities of pure vanilla extract, the kind with the booze.
Ooh. So we must go to the store to get vanilla extra.
So, well, I believe that will create an incredible fudge for all of us to enjoy after the successful launch. But in turn, I think at this point we should go with a more basic approach if we are to save the senator's life within term, or at least continue delegations with the Moon Men. I would suggest a more simplistic one of a vinegar and baking soda explosion.
Again? That trick never works.
So,
Well played.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so narrator, what's going on?
On our previous episode, our fearless intrepid scientists and wannabe astronauts, we're trying to think of a way to get to their final destination of the moon to reach the Moon Men. Upon the way,
Kremlin Blance.
Kremlin Blance, the first chosen ambassador to the Moon Men, was unceremoniously launched directly to Earth's nearest satellite. Thus, while this would seem to have initiated negotiations, the question of the lack of oxygen was brought to our attention. Thus, the entire project has now been put under close scrutiny of the senator in charge of the Moon Project, Senator Staple von Stapleton from Massachusetts. Says he has required that all members of this project be brought forward to a subcommittee to answer for the sudden disappearance of the ambassador.
Gee, Bullwinkle, before we go, I think we should send some food the ambassador's way. Here, throw this bag of hot dogs at the moon.
Alley-oop.
You'd blow up the moon.
What, a bag of hot dogs?
You might miss again. Maybe roll.
It's true. It's true.
Or
Hot dogs go.
Because I have an idea for an interesting thing.
Oh.
Can I save the bag of hot dogs?
That would. I don't know.
I am nimble and quick. And I
Okay,
can
yeah.
fly, so let's try this.
Okay.
Ah! I did not save the bag of hot dogs.
Yes, a bag of hot dogs.
So the bag of hot dog. Well, I don't know. I'm not narrator.
Eat
So
a
what
bag
happened?
of hot dogs.
I have an idea.
Regrettably, the bag of hot dogs was never seen again. Perhaps he will show up later. But perhaps he'll show up in a future time when his presence is required to save the world. But meanwhile, in the Senate chambers at the Senate Subcommittee on Space Relations, Senator Stapleton questions the entire group. I do not know what has happened here, but we have the disappearance of an actual senator to deal with.
Sir, may I bring up the possible point of order that we need to focus on the bag of hot dogs and its actual return to its home planet to summon its hot dog armada.
Gee, Bullwinkle, it doesn't seem like we're very useful here. Let's go stand on this grassy knoll.
That cannot be. Please, we choose to look for that bag of hot dogs not because it is easy, but because it is hard. Unfortunately, the chamber for bags of hot dogs and the finding thereof is down the chamber. This is the chamber for space relations, and we have a missing senator to find. How did he get there? Are we ahead of schedule? Because if you saved us money, that would look very good.
Well, I can answer all questions to our administrator. Man, I did not set up to be a fall guy for our whole screw-ups. Otis Glum of Owl's Eye, Nebraska, who can put 6 flashlights in his mouth at once, so we can use them. He is responsible for all failures, but we are responsible for all success of this. Well, I just betrayed a man. Oh, wait, I know who I am.
Why do I have this warm feeling?
Yes, why do I have this warm feeling for betraying someone and ruining their life?
At that very moment, a very heavy book fell on these two people who are about to turn back to the dark side. The Hero's Handbook, the guide to everything good and true.
I play another card. A close shave. The book misses by a hair.
Oh, so now we're doing an opposed one. So
Okay, so
card versus automatic card.
is it a spin-off?
It is a spin-off.
All right.
Hey.
Spin-off.
You'll probably win.
Ready?
I got a success.
I am exactly on the line.
Let's see.
So is that a
here.
tilt or a...
The spirits are about to speak. Both spin again. Eeny, meeny, chili, beanie. The spirits are about to speak. Both spin again.
Oh, okay.
I did not succeed.
So let's see here. So you succeeded and he didn't.
Totally
so you, yeah. So the book misses.
Why did that
Hits
book
him
fall from
instead.
that book repository? It's like somebody's up there.
Your accents are very strange. It's like they remind me of some people. It's like a couple of people that I seem to have known about. You're scientists from another country, aren't you?
Yes. After that, last time your country was in Europe, you recruited us to help you with your space program.
But what could it hurt, says Werner von Braun.
Wow.
Well, that's fine. Well, then now that I have you here, I have to ask: have you in fact found the difference between rocket fuel and jet fuel? Our scientists have been trying to figure this out for generations.
Yes, my assistant.
I've heard, actually, that it's the jet fuel can't melt steel beams.
By gum, that's why you're the scientist and I am not. It's strange I have all the power, though.
It may not have melted the steel beams, but it looks like it melted the railroad.
Mr. Peabody's the only scientist here. I can't believe you're going to trace this one. We cannot do any science. Quiet, Sherman.
But the Nikola Tesla Einstein Newton Lee yes Lovelace can answer your question. Yes, because I am not at all. That's fine. Yes.
Oh, I can?
Yes, the difference between jet fuel and rocket fuel.
Naturally.
Can you tell me? Can you tell me the difference?
Yes, I can.
Okay, that's good to know.
So remember, you stay narrator until you play a card.
Very well. I think I've heard enough. This project, the project to get him back is too important. I am writing you a check for literally all the money.
All the money? Yes, of course. I will put it in good use.
You must use this money to recover the ambassador.
Is this check good for wire transfers to, say, Pennsylvania?
Yes, but of course, it is insanely dangerous. And, you must democratically choose the one to go by drawing straws.
Oh yes, of course.
Which I will play by playing the telescoping long straw or lottery loser. One of those straws. So I get essentially.
You get to choose who.
I get to choose who goes.
All right.
Sherman. The child goes.
So, I have to bring up the point that he is a minor, and I, as his adopted father, I must accompany him.
Of course he is a minor. Mining is a good profession. He should be tough and ready to go. It is so it is decided.
So,
the gavel.
All right.
We have the best mines, and we're going to tell you about those mines. But first, just let me say.
Yeah. So, although...
No.
I felt I needed to do some Kennedy.
No, it was amazing.
Well, that gave us a thing to do.
59 through 64, good timing.
So the boy Sherman finds himself in a predicament.
So, looks like, I will, looks like, oh, sorry. Mr. Peabody, I can't be away from you for too long. So, they're going to take me away and make me a moon child. So,
whoa.
What am I going to do? Don't worry. The legal shenanigans of the law will always work in our favor. Specifically with a brilliant idea, even for a moose. So,
yeah. So exactly, I'm kind of confused. What is the senator's plan? Where are we sending?
To the moon. To recover the ambassador.
Oh, I see.
So it's a fine way to get him to the moon safely.
Okay.
So,
I think.
So through the wisdom of the government, Sherman, the child, will be sent to the moon to retrieve the senator.
So, as per needed. But since the issue of oxygen has already been brought up into the case, I will actually be there as his oxygen manager. So to oversee any breathing issues on the moon.
Does that mean you take 15% of all of his oxygen?
No. No. This is a pro bono job.
That's what they call it these days.
Oh.
Dear.
I know in some countries children don't use much oxygen at all. They're smaller and they work lighter. We don't need as much fuel. It's a good idea. Yeah.
So
we put them to work early. Good safe packers. Not that I would know.
Those two agents have been in there for a very long time. In fact, I think I might have even traveled somewhere by plane. They better be carrying out my instructions.
Natasha,
So you were not in the repository?
So
we're no closer to
there's no
solving
definitive proof on that, so.
I think that we should return to our original plan of hypnosis.
Oh, yes. Yes. Bullwinkle, Moose, I can bring your memories back. I am a very important neuroscientist, Dr. Brainy McBrainface. I am Scottish. You do not recognize my accent. I look into my eyes and, let's see, no spin for dumb. So, Boris Badenoff is a master of hypnosis, especially against weak minds. Yes, you will do as I say. You will tell me the exact formula for the...
At this exact moment,
Yes.
I don't remember the actual voice for this character, so, Mr. Big shows up, and he doesn't like hypnosis. Hey! You! There! Cut it out! It's a sham! Hypnosis is a sham! And he walks off.
What will Boris do with this interruption? It seems to have forestalled the process of the mesmerizing Bullwinkle.
So, he's not fully hypnotized.
And Fearless Leader comes up to the gate guard at the space complex.
Yeah.
Says, yes, I have delivery of 32 bowling balls that were ordered by scientist guy in charge.
So, yes, that would be me.
He says, yes. These bowling balls must go directly into your secret place of science and space things right away.
So
He says, I have order form here that proves they must.
So, actually, I see that on that order form that...
But unfortunately, you need new glasses. So you think that's exactly what they say.
Aaron, I think that you should spin to succeed in determining what these bowling balls really are.
So I will do that. Well, I have unflappable cool, so anytime I would not be able to read, It seems my prescription has finally run out. It was a matter of time, in any way. Luckily enough, though, I've already called in Captain Plop-Off, or
Plop-Off.
Plop-Off.
All right, card versus card.
The Boston Submarine Force with my new prescription already in hand.
New spin-off.
All right, so...
That's not a spin, Tom.
That's spin. No.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you, good sir. Also, I was surprised. I'm still surprised that you are on your optometrist duty. So, but I will. But in any case, it is appreciated. Thank you.
You must accept bowling balls. I get in trouble if they are not directly delivered in there to science person in charge.
Well, after cursory inspection with my new spectacles, so I will spin for that.
Actually, first I play a card. Boom! The bowling balls explode as you are inspecting.
Because they were actually cartoon bombs.
That's exactly what they are.
Yep.
I got it.
All right.
Funny how you missed those fuses.
Just put the glass. He only had a second to
I had a
put the
second to
glass.
put on my new glasses. Thankfully, they're made of dimonium.
Never mind, I won't say it.
Natasha, I heard an explosion. Is it fiddly
Well, did I?
Did Senpai notice me?
It's like, but as I run, it's like, as I run, just in the wind, like, it says, "Remember the gun."
Did you hear that?
Join us next time for the continuation of our story. Bold head over heels, or 7-10 split.
Mr. Peabody's
So, oh yes.
All right.
Was he taken out of the scene? So that's
Yeah, so he's taking out the scene. He's blowed up for a little bit.
But Sherman's still around.
blowed up.
Well, who cares?
and actually, in this case, he is
Sherman's on the move.
not yet wild enthusiasm, so
yet.
he is panicking.
Bullwinkle
Actually,
still
because I can, I'm going to discard a card and draw a card.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh yeah, narrators can do that too.
Yeah.
All right.
Right?
So, Natasha, yes. We cannot. No more hypnotize. Not when Mr. Big is around.
Failed plan.
Yes.
We go to plan B.
Plan B. You.
My eyelashes.
Yes.
My 4-inch
Oh,
eyelashes.
Poopsie, your eyelashes are so.
They're beautiful,
Yes,
yes.
they are.
They're so long they have their own sound effect.
Yes. Convince Moose to give you formula.
Mr. Moon.
And instead, here, give him this hanky. It is filled with poison. One sniff and he will be out for a week.
Oh, okay. I stuff it in my dress.
Does this smell like chloroform to you?
Yeah, don't sniff it.
So that's one of my superpowers.
Yeah, I'm
to
just
drive
reading
you
it.
out. Okay.
And no
All right, so we both spin.
Okay. You succumb to my eyelash.
Well, how does it play out? What is your line?
Yes. You totally do.
Okay.
Mr. Moose, you are fascinating. I find you irresistible.
Well, that's certainly a first.
I find your intellect far superior to any intellect that I have encountered. I desire to know the depths of this intellect.
I got nothing.
Could somebody please put me out? I seem to be on fire.
So I think that maybe you have been pretending to not know, but of course you really know. You
All right.
must know.
The Galloping Dumbs. Bullwinkle is the world's dumbest intelligent creature. Also, Bullwinkle has to spin on a spinner anytime he tries to do anything that requires deliberate thought. Making a plan, answering a question, or figuring out when he's been tricked.
He is trying to answer a question.
Yeah.
He has a chance of doing it. No, but not this time.
I believe the secret was pine nuts.
Pine nuts.
Yes, pine nuts.
Any particular kind of pine nut?
The kind from a pine tree?
I must confess to be a bit disappointed by the depths of your intellect.
excuse me, I am nothing but janitor. Going to university.
Hello, janitor.
Yes, you didn't hear. I didn't hear any formulas, and if they were, I wouldn't hear what the secret ingredient would be.
At this point,
Apparently
Rocky
pine
walks in eating from a jar of pine nuts.
Seize the pine nuts.
Oh no!
What? It's the secret ingredient.
So,
Hokey smokes! Start running.
All right, I go after them.
and at that time, though, Sherman ends up playing a wonder drug in order to revive the comatose Mr. Peabody.
Okay, so
I would say that's probably going to be a spin, though, to see if it succeeds.
no cards succeed automatically.
Okay.
They're not opposed.
So,
Smelling salts?
Yeah, essentially.
and as he rises from his stupor, he does it in the exact one place where it's like a certain... a certain... Pennsylvanian, sorry. Yeah. A certain Pennsylvanian assassin is about to cross his path, tripping him in the process.
Yeah.
Just where do you come off pulling a stunt like that? The narrator card just asked that question.
Okay. So, it's like, because it's narratively convenient.
All right, at this point,
Wait, were you tripping?
as Bud is, come back here, Squirrel, come back here. I will catch you with my new bomb. His newest...
You don't catch people with bombs, you kill them!
No, his newest advance in Pennsylvania technology is not boom bomb. It is glue bomb.
Hope you can...
Oh, God.
I start flying.
Yeah, so,
I take off.
kind of permanent glue. Mr. Peabody's now tangled up with...
Well, no, he's not, because kablooey, it goes off in Boris's hand.
Okay.
As he trips over Mr. Peabody and...
Yeah.
And Rocky flies off with the jar of pine nuts.
All right.
I'm also playing a card, a perfect 1-point landing. Boris manages to land exactly in front of Rocky.
Who's
A
in it?
1-point landing is not a good thing.
Well,
And also,
I can
I'm
choose where he
flying.
lands.
Yeah,
I'm in it.
Rocky,
You have to
Rocky,
land sometime.
Yeah.
No.
No. I actually have a way to use that.
There's a way.
As Rocky is quickly flying away from the Pennsylvanian pair of troublemakers with the vital pine nuts in hand. He is about to make a perfect landing when he hears a whistling sound from above, and before he can look up, a bunch of frozen hot dogs, frozen in the upper stratosphere, clobbers the poor squirrel, knocking the pine nuts
So
out
you're
of his
saying I got hit with a bunch of hard hot dogs?
Yes.
Oh,
Frozen
more
hot
hot dogs.
Set up in the punch. All right.
So it's Natasha.
Someone
so my nuts
in the
just dropped.
comments. Be sure to put that Jive from the Nostalgia Chick Labyrinth review in the comments. Somebody.
So to recap, Boris is tangled in the depths of his glue bomb. The Mr. Peabody is awake, but trying groggily looking around. Fearless Leader. Where is Fearless Leader? Fearless Leader is practicing his disguise skills as a tree nearby. And where he sees the hapless squirrel fall, and he realizes the pine nuts must be the thing to steal.
Says they are. Like, running tree! It's like, the pine nuts are mine! The rocket is ours!
Gee, Bullwinkle, it's a crazy world when a tree steals nuts from a squirrel.
Try not to think too hard about it!
I bet it works worse than its bite.
I'm experiencing existential despair.
It's like, bad enough, we'll be shot!
But so Natasha and Bullwinkle are back at the lab watching all of this play out in front of them. What is... so that is what Fearless Leader is doing. Natasha, what are you doing right now?
Right now?
Yes.
Now I remember. It's not pine nuts, it's pine tar.
Why didn't you say so? Where do you keep this pine tar?
Turns out I'm still wrong.
But I don't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go ahead and get the tar. Let's just start walking off.
Okay.
So I start searching for a barrel of tar.
Okay, so everyone is searching. Fearless Leader, you have the pine nuts. However, unfortunately, pine nuts are, of course, the secret snack of certain creatures that are quite ferocious and but otherwise believed to be extinct. A dragon appears, the fearsome Minnesota Frostbite Falls dragon.
Do we draw back up our cards? Sorry.
Huh?
Do we draw back up our cards?
No.
When you're out, you're out.
Okay.
Yeah. When you use your last card and you do not roll successfully, or you do not spin successfully, you have to draw another card.
Okay.
So a dragon appears. Hey, how you doing? I kind of want those pine nuts, eh?
Oh, yes, I was like, oh, yes, I see.
Oh, Minnesota.
It's like, oh, yes, I see. Is it the dragons? Yes, I know. It's like, yes, you love pine nuts, so I have read in my many books on the subject of dragons.
Many fear the Toronto Red Scale.
However, that's just one thing you didn't count on.
Oh.
And that is my cement mixer! Or, holy smokes, just what we need. A cement mixer! It's like, and I quickly cement the dragon into place.
All right, I was at the bottom. The hapless Minnesota Frostbite Falls dragon was at the bottom of the cliff. The cement mixer was overhead. Giving a signal, Fearless Leader pulls the trigger on the cement mixer, encasing the hapless scaled creature to where it becomes statuary. Scaly becomes statuary.
Oh no, Bullwinkle! I have a cunning plan, but we have to save the dragon.
Oh wait, and I played a card, so the narration goes.
There! Says you are now stuck, as the only thing that could possibly save you is a squirrel or something on a mission.
On our next exciting episode, Rescue a Dragon or Bullwinkle's Stony Adventure.
Or eragon.com, where get all your Ragon needs.
Sorry.
Timing!
Boris, I am Boris. I don't know why I referred to myself in the third person. But I have finally retrieved myself with that cursed glue bomb. I understand why Fearless Leader wants to shoot so many of his own people now. I must have words with that technician. What is going on now? Natasha, have you found the secret ingredient yet?
Yes, Boris.
Yes.
It is this tar.
Tar?
Pine tar.
Pine tar.
Pine nuts. Bullwinkle is an idiot.
Oh, Moose is idiot. He is idiot. We must
A phone on the wall rings next to you.
Oh, hello?
Bring, bring.
Hello.
It's like, Boris,
Yes.
what are you doing?
We have found secret ingredient. It's
Yes,
pine
I
tar.
have the ingredient right now. It's a pine nuts, I know.
No, it's pine tar.
What?
Tar. Pine tar.
Fiddlesticks! That is that. I am coming back there.
Okay.
So, what is
It's like, and by the time I get there, you better have the pine tar, or guess what?
Oh, we already have it. It's no problem.
Meanwhile, Mr. Peabody and Sherman.
So, that's like, actually, I don't believe this pine tar plan will work. However, we do have the potential of dragon propulsion on our hands. Mr. J. Squirrel, would you be able to free this dragon around its edges to where he's still trapped, and I could affix it to a said rocket?
I'm a tiny squirrel. Why don't you ask the giant moose?
Well, I just happen to be feeling right now in my personal prophesying bunion that there's going to be a rainstorm that will keep the concrete from setting up correctly. I can predict the weather with 100% accuracy. No spin.
No spin.
All right. Excellent. Then I will set up the device that we need to in order to set up the propulsion. How are you going to do that, Mr. Peabody? That's like elementary, my dear Sherman. A simple down goose feather will do in this case.
So, baddies, are you going to let them get away with that?
Never.
Well, we have cards. Let's see here.
Mine suck. How about you?
Oh, yes. Excuse me, I am a caterer here to provide craft services for this...
For science.
Yeah, for science. You must be hungry, yes?
Oh, very.
Yes, of course. What you need now is, of course, some mooseberries. They are totally not at all explosive, so please shake, rattle, and roll them. It makes the taste so much piquant. Yes, that is word. Yes, picante. Yes. My chef here, Ramsey Julia Fieri. Yes, is expert on mooseberries.
Expert on mooseberries. These are best mooseberries.
I don't need to see any more mooseberries. We share a bunk bed.
But please have some.
Join us for our next adventure, Balls Well That Ends Well.
Oh my god.
So, who's actually paying attention to the dragon?
Mr. Peabody and...
I placed the mooseberries near. Yeah. The craft service table set up near the.
So I am setting up the ignition device to
But you are very hungry. Very hungry.
I'm going to say the people are trying to tempt who haven't come up with
I'm going to try and
excuse.
hypnotize Peabody into.
Hey, I was going to say, okay, hypnotizing is one thing. I was going to say a resistance roll.
No, I have to spin.
Okay, so
no, it's a spin.
I'm not saying like I'm saying okay, no, go for it.
He and the other character must spin their spinners.
Okay.
Whoops.
So both of the characters?
Yeah. Nope.
One time you could have gotten him.
No. You both goofed. Narrator decides what happens, so it's bad for both of us.
You have to convince him, in character, to eat the mooseberries. There's one way you know you can do it.
Yeah, look, mooseberries very good. I get some soda. They're like what you call pop-nuts with soda. Times a million. Here, let me show. Oh, very. Oh no.
But you failed as well, so you don't goof. Somebody's gonna. It's either Peabody or
No, I
Charlie.
explode next to him.
Okay, so
Oh, I was just figuring that you were going to like Super Mario World, pea balloon style, like puff up and float off.
No,
into
these
the
are
space.
explosive mooseberries.
Right, but you took them with soda.
Yeah.
and I'm going to see if I can actually. I'm going to see if I can get up a lot of.
No.
I'm going to see if I can find the money to instigate a bribe.
Okay.
That's one of my abilities.
Does that require a spin?
It does.
Okay.
so who are you bribing?
Yep.
Okay.
Who are you bribing?
Oh wait, no, never mind.
Who are you attempting to bribe?
No, actually, no, I still got an idea on this.
Well, no, you
Who
roll.
are you
spin.
attempting to bribe?
Remember, failure's fun.
The narrator has asked you, who the hell are you attempting to
I'm
bribe?
calling Senator Staple von Stapleton.
So you're trying to bribe the senator.
It's like, yes, hello, I am Dollarman from Bank Corporation Business, Inc. Yes. Yes, I would like to donate to your next campaign in exchange for nothing more than to get inside the secret areas of your space program building structure.
Unfortunately, Fearless Leader had gotten the intern. That was fair.
Yeah. I'm sorry, sir. I'm meaning to connect you. One more.
Like,
Oh no, it's actually no. It would be better. We can get you a tour somewhere. Just right over here. And the tour, of course, is to the biggest hole in all of Frostbite Falls.
There we go.
Created by from giant explosions that have been happening recently.
Yeah.
So maybe Fearless Leader finds himself at the bottom of the pit, or
he's just staring into a hole.
yeah.
I mean, it's just like
I
These-
fell
no, it's like-
into the
look,
pit.
this is not
You
space
fell
place.
into
This is
the
not
pit.
Way down in the hole.
All right.
I think I'm going to shoot something. I think yes, I think I'm going to shoot something.
Meanwhile, next to the dragon.
Yeah.
Okay, so. Hey,
Of course, mooseberries. That's the secret ingredient.
dragons are resistant to those.
Turns out, still not.
Oh, so is there any way for me to correct that? Or?
You could use a card. Let me look at this. Ask players what they like. Tell people to spin. You can tell players you can make them spin. Describe what happens if you play. Yeah, or respond to player choices. So,
I'm going to try to actually resist him
okay.
to say, no, Bullwinkle, I think this is a bad idea.
That works.
And then just temporarily hold off from us trying to blow up a dragon.
Okay.
In the meantime, as the dragon finally is pulled loose, hey, Mr. Dragon, I understand you like money. I can give you 1,000 bazookas. That's 13,000 pots of eating crickles, 50 cents. Not a whole lot of cash, but it can add to your hoard. If you fly us to the moon.
Fly me to the moon.
Well, how did you know? That's very kind of you. I'm a coin collector. I like to collect coins. That is indeed a hobby of mine. You have chosen correctly.
I think that one's a rare one.
Is this a misprint? Oh, yes, this shows the fearless leader without any scars. Many were shot.
Actually, at the giant hole.
Yeah.
At the giant hole, the fearless leader goes up to the tour guide.
Yeah.
Listen, you take people places. I have proposition for you.
Yes, that is indeed what I do.
He's like, we play this. We play a game of chance. I say, if you win, I will give you 1 million money units.
That would be Pennsylvania and Grickles.
Yeah. If I win, you will take me directly to the space launch place, and you will crash through the gate with your powerful tour cart and get me inside. I play loaded dice.
Oh wait, you moved that narrator.
So that's like
He's playing loaded dice.
What will the heroes and the village do about this new deal struck on both sides? Stay tuned for our next episode: a bargain with a bashful Bahamut, or a crafty utilitarian reptilian.
So does he? So does fearless leader? I mean, the card does succeed, so it's automatic unless somebody opposes.
So I'm on my way.
Yes,
fearless leader's on his way.
According to the rules.
Is he next?
He's narrator until he plays a card.
Oh. And I don't have any. So.
You don't have any?
No.
No, you're supposed to, on your last card, you have to spin in order to succeed.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So, draw another card.
Okay, I'll try.
No, yeah, you have a card.
Okay,
we'll just treat that as a failure. So,
okay, sorry.
You failed.
You failed, so you can play your card, then you spin. If you fail on the spinner, you just draw another card and pass the narration on. So
okay, so that'll be on play. No
so do I have to play my last card? Do I have to be narrator?
No, anyone can do that. Remember, the person who wins the game or narrates is the one who plays his last card, spins successfully, and then achieves his goals.
Okay, so that has to be
to this.
Yeah.
I've got a plan.
Let's see.
Okay. I'll
Again, when you play your last card, the one that will let you achieve your goal, you have to spin your spin. If you succeed, you win. So it has to be something that'll give you that. So
okay, so I guess I will play my card in that.
Okay.
So for this one, yeah, sorry.
What is the card?
So I thought the deed would be done, and this type of plan would be set for fearless leader. However, he suddenly realized that most of his stocks were worthless, as they were all invested in gunk shampoo, which took a bottom in the markets recently.
So I won the game of chance.
It's card versus card, so you have to roll a spin off. And also, this has to be something that would win the goals. It has to be something related to getting the formula figured out, or getting the.
Turns out it's gunk shampoo.
Yeah.
It's gunk shampoo.
Yeah.
the secret ingredient in the fudge.
No.
Yes.
All right, so he
Right
succeeds.
on the
I'm
line.
right on. I think.
He's on.
If he's on the line, eeny, meeny, chili, beanie. The spirits are about to speak. Both spin again.
Okay.
Yeah, that didn't. There we go. That's a problem.
Wow.
Very yes.
No, it's no. It's,
All right, fearless leader succeeds. So
He's on his way back. To
he's
the
on the way
space
back.
center
You draw another
place.
card.
okay.
But you played your card, so you moved in. Yeah, so you're a narrator now. So my understanding is everybody else is at the scene fixing the dragon up so he can go to the moon.
I'm going to go with, and I've got a way to make sure I can go on.
Okay. I mean, you can play your card at any time.
Okay, in that case, when we're getting ready to go,
Yeah.
don't worry about the oxygen problem. Bullwinkle's skull is so thick he doesn't need to breathe, and I've got a fishbowl.
All right. So this is your last card, so that you'd have to spin.
All right,
Okay.
I'm over here.
Spin,
Come on.
spin, spinnity spin.
Yes,
All right. So
we're gonna ride the dragon.
It is better than chasing the dragon.
so
Join us for our next adventure. The moon? Oh, it's just a lunar. Or blue moose. You saw me standing alone.
Damn, Pip.
He is on fire with these.
That's great.
So yeah, narrate the ending as they take off in the dragon. Tom, or do you want me to? I can narrate, or you? Yeah.
It says, and so our heroes are finally on their way to the moon. Perhaps to rescue the ambassador before his oxygen indeed runs out, or perhaps he doesn't want to leave the moon. We will only know when they get there. Meanwhile, will Boris and Natasha be shot as indeed was threatened? The odds point to yes, as fearless leader fearless leader is driven there by the tour guide of the Big Pit.
But as Rocky and Bullwinkle are flying off to the moon, Boris and Natasha, clutching his ticket to Moonsylvania. I trick ticket counter. I forged it to make it look like Moonsylvania. And he, so yeah.
Natasha also has a ticket to Bloney Island, which she forges to look like Mooney Island, and joins them in the pursuit.
Let's see.
Side of Sam's Poi Burgers.
And Mr. Peabody will in turn use the dragon's heat to create a sustainable oxygen pump in order to survive the ride through space.
I just like the fishbowl better.
You with your science. You're gonna make Titans and wipe us all out.
Yes.
So
that's the true origin of
that. Ends the episode.
This is awesome. I love this.
Here endeth the parable.
Yeah.
I would unironically
so
play
who gets
this
to
again.
I would unironically play this again. Yeah.
So who gets to play the guy with the janitor with the trash can sweeping everything up?
We can make him as a character. We have the blank character stand. So there's comments, discussions. I assume everybody had fun.
Oh, God damn it.
Yep.
I guess we will have to bring this to Gen Con.
Yes. Oh, my God, yes.
How could we not?
With the slightly wrinkled puppets.
This
Thank
can
you,
only be improved by the inclusion of alcohol.
Oh, good God, yes.
Yes.
I think this needs to be saying, Noah, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so
Thank you.
This is a gift from one of our listeners, Noah. Thank you. And we'll talk to you guys next time.
Bye.